Hello students, welcome to our second module of class 8 history, our past 3, chapter 8, women, caste and reform. In our previous module, we have discussed about the condition of women 200 years ago and the reforms. In this module, we will discuss about the caste system as well as the caste and social reform. So let us begin. About 200 years ago, society was divided in different castes and classes. Brahmins and Kshatriyas considered themselves as high class. Caste related with trade was called Vaisya. Sudras formed the last class. They comprised of people who kept the villages clean or persons doing such tasks which the people of high caste considered as humiliating. Such people were considered to be untouchable. Many restrictions were imposed on the personal liberties and life of these people. The social reformers made their best efforts in the 19th century to reduce the increasing gap of caste system and social inequality in the society. Some of the social reformers we have been discussing also criticized caste inequalities. Ram Mohan Roy translated an old Buddhist text that was critical of caste. The Pratna Samaj adhered to the tradition of bhakti that believed in spiritual equality of all caste. In Bombay, the Paramhans Mandali was founded in 1840 to work for the abolition of caste. Many of these reformers and members of reform associations were people of upper caste. There were also others who questioned the injustice of the caste social order. During the course of the 19th century, Christian missionaries began setting up schools for tribal groups and lower caste children. These children were thus equipped with some resources to make their way into a changing world. At the same time, the poor began leaving their villages to look for jobs that were opening up in the cities. There was work in the factories that were coming up and jobs in municipalities. The poor from the villages and small towns, many of them from low caste, began moving to the cities where there was a new demand for labor. Some also went to work in plantations in Assam, Mauritius, Trinidad and Indonesia. Work in the new location was often very hard, but the poor, the people from low caste, saw this as an opportunity to get away from the oppressive hold that upper caste landowners exercised over their lives and the daily humiliation they suffered. There were other jobs too. The army, for instance, offered opportunities. A number of Mahar people who were regarded as untouchable found jobs in the Mahar regiment. The father of B.R. Ambedkar, the leader of the Dalit movement, taught at an army school. Now let us discuss about demands for equality and justice. Gradually, by the second half of the 19th century, people from within the non-Brahmin caste began organizing movements against caste discrimination and demanded social equality and justice. The Satnami movement in central India was founded by Ghasidas, who worked among the leather workers and organized a movement to improve their social status. In eastern Bengal, Haridas Thakur's Matua sect worked among Chandela cultivators. Haridas questioned Brahmanical texts that supported the caste system. In what is present-day Kerala, a guru from Izava caste, that is Sri Narayana Guru, proclaimed the ideals of unity for his people. He argued against treating people unequally on the basis of caste differences. According to him, all humankind belonged to the same caste. One of his famous statements was, Oru Jati, Oru Matam, Oru Daivam, Manushyanu. That means one caste, one religion, one God for humankind. All these sects were founded by leaders who came from non-Brahmin caste and worked amongst them. They tried to change those habits and practices which provoked the contempt of dominant caste. They tried to create a sense of self-esteem among the subordinate caste. One of the most vocal among the low caste leaders was Jyotiba Phule, born in 1827. He was born in Satara, district of Maharashtra. He was against the caste system and religious rituals. He started the practice of performing marriage ceremonies without the Brahmin priest. He founded the Satyasodhak Samaj in Maharashtra and welcomed everyone into the Samaj without any distinction of caste and religion. This organization worked for the upliftment of the oppressed classes. Jyotiba Phule was affectionately called by people as Mahatma. His ideas are compiled in his work entitled Satyasodh. In 1873, Phule wrote a book named Gulamgiri, meaning slavery. Some 10 years before this, the American Civil War had been fought, leading to the end of slavery in America. Phule dedicated his book to all those Americans who had fought to free slaves, thus establishing a link between the condition of the lower caste in India and the black slaves in America. As this example shows, Phule extended his criticism on the caste system to argue against all forms of inequality. He was concerned about the plight of upper caste women, the miseries of the laborer, and the humiliation of the low caste. This movement for caste reform was continued in the 20th century by other great Dalit leaders, like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Ambedkar was born into a Mahar family. As a child, he experienced what caste prejudice meant in everyday life. In school, he was forced to sit outside the classroom on the ground and was not allowed to drink water from taps that upper caste children used. After finishing school, he got a fellowship to go to the US for higher studies. On his return to India in 1919, he wrote extensively about upper caste power in contemporary society. In 1927, Ambedkar started a temple entry movement in which his Mahar caste followers participated. Brahmin priests were outraged when the Dalits used water from the temple tank. Ambedkar led 3 such movements for temple entry between 1927 and 1935. His aim was to make everyone see the power of caste prejudices within society. Let us summarize what we have learned today. Many social reformers criticized caste inequalities. By the second half of the 19th century, people from within the lower caste began organizing movements against caste discrimination and demanded social equality and justice. In the 20th century, Ambedkar started a temple entry movement. His aim was to make everyone see the power of caste prejudices within the society. Let us see what you have grasped today. Here are some questions for you. Your question number 1 is, the Satyasodhak Samaj, an association which proclaimed and propagated caste equality, was founded by. The options are A. Sri Narayana Guru, B. Jyotiba Phule, C. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, or D. Rajaram Mohan Roy. And the correct answer is B. Jyotiba Phule. Your second question is, who started the temple entry movement in 1927? And the options are A. B.R. Ambedkar, B. Jyotiba Phule, C. Sri Narayana Guru, or D. Naikar. And the correct answer is A. B.R. Ambedkar. Your question number 3 is, in the year 1873, Phule wrote a book called, and the options are A. Stri Purush Tulna, B. Neel Darpan, C. Gulamgiri, or D. Indian Movement. And the correct answer is C. Gulamgiri. Your fourth question is, the regiment which the Mahar caste people joined in the 19th century was known as the, and the options are A. Sepoy Regiment, B. Madiga Regiment, C. Gorkha Regiment, or D. Mahar Regiment. And the correct answer is D. Mahar Regiment. It's practice time now, and here are some homework for you. Your question number 1 is, how did new opportunities open up for the people of the lower caste under the British? The question number 2 is, why did Phule dedicate his book Gulamgiri to the American movement to free slaves? The question number 3 is, what did Ambedkar want to achieve through the temple entry movement? The question number 4 is, how was the society divided in the 19th century? In our next module, we will move to Geography, Chapter 4, Agriculture. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.